Hi everyone, Aenne is here. Finally, after like a little over a week, I'm sorry that I didn't stream last week. I got one of my migraines, and it's usually pretty bad for me. So I actually try to stay away from light sources during that time. And apparently, I can hear myself over here too, which I don't like. So let me go and fix that real quick because I always have to make sure my stream is okay. And can't figure it out right now because of anything to look. So, yep, sorry about that. So yeah, I apologize. Yeah, I can't do anything. And then this Monday, I forgot I had something else, so it was just like I had to push back till today. But I'm here now. I am waiting for this, and yeah, so let's get started. Oh, and also, very like Papa Classic today. Thank you guys. I'm over 150 subs now. Thank you so much for all those new subscribers. So yes, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And so yes, thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'm really embarrassed right now. I'm great when I'm talking about actual stuff, but when it comes about myself and my channel, I'm actually very nervous. Here we go. Here's our cozy mystery game of the week, I guess. Call it the week, whatever. Cozy is universal around here, so especially games with mysteries. This is a murder mystery. So Whispers in the West is a point-and-click mystery game. Now, what makes this game different, it does have online co-op up to 4 players. Now, I will be playing the solo, which is mostly just because of the timing and so forth. But it's my understanding only one person needs an actual game, and then you invite everyone through remote play, I believe is how it works, from my understanding. I also could be wrong, but I believe that's how it works. I'll have to verify that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So we need to work as a team. I will be figuring this out on my own. I do like mysteries. So this game has been in development for over 2 years. When I originally was planning on streaming this, you know, it was supposed to be last week. So it actually released yesterday, Tuesday. It's a 10% sale. So the first case is 10% off, and it's $4.99. So you get a 10% discount off of that, which is $4.49. If my math is correct here. You may quote me beautifully in the quotes and correct me needed on that. And so this is the first case that we'll be covering in that. There are, let's see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other cases. So it's a total of 6. But those other 5 cases, you do have to buy them separately. They do have a deal. I believe it's still going on where you can get all the cases together for, I think, a bundle like $20 on Steam. So yeah, so if you guys like murder mysteries, you like working in a team, trying to figure out everything, this is the game for you. Set in the Old West, and it's point and click. I mean, really, I love that. It's just, it's simple, but I expect it to be difficult, and hopefully I don't get stuck on this. So we're gonna do the tutorial first. Then we're gonna do the mini mystery, which is about 15 minutes, just to kind of get my feet wet here. And then the first case should take about an hour or so. So we're looking at no more than 2 hours, hopefully, today for this stream. I made no promises. I might actually get stuck. Hopefully, I get people stopping by on my live stream so that way I can ask for help. But until then, we're going to figure this out. And I'm a really good mindset. I don't have any after effects on my migraine. So that's also there as well. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why. I hope you like, I changed the camera setup and make it changed again because I don't know where everything is. So we're going to do, of course, the tutorial first. Here I go. I'm mumbling like a crazy person right now. And I did start a little bit early as well. As usual, because I get nervous, so I just start setting up. So it's just my anxiety. That's how I work. I just start doing something and I just go ahead and start doing it because I get really nervous about this. So we're going to do 8-minute mark. We're going to do the tutorial. Sorry, I'm making my notes for you guys. So when you guys watch it back, I will have it set up to know the different chapters on here. All right, let's do this. First one. Select the character to ready up. So do I want to be the sheriff, the outlaw, the cowboy, or the deputy? Isn't the song about the sheriff, the deputy? The deputy was never shot. So we're gonna go with Wendy Watson. Oh, we actually get personal. Oh wait, I was just picking by portraits. Okay, let's look at the sheriffs. William Hart, personal information. You just know about everyone in town and you know their parents as well. The Lone Star, the sheriff, inspires fear or respect. In doing so, passes judgment. Okay. Jessie Bell Vega. You have a soft spot for the rougher side of life and for the rougher people it produces. You can get anyone talking except for good, upstanding citizens. Who needs a warrant when you have a lockpick? Unconventional, but effective. Okay, all right. Jack Jones. He's a cowboy. They tell you stories about you in just about every town. You're a man marked by destiny. The West whispers to you. Ooh. We got some spirituality in the West here. The West speaks to you. Jack knows the Force is a weapon of the weak and has sworn to never fire his gun. He still makes good use of it. A man like Jack makes good use of everything. Okay. And what is the deputy, Wendy Watson? I think I like her look. I wish her hair was down, but I like her hat and I like her outfit. You're a trained physician and pathologist. You can make a witness out of a corpse. Oh, murder mystery. I knew it was the reason why I was going for her. The very pinnacle of modern investigation expertise. The deputy can bring evidence back to the office and investigate further. All right, we know who we're going for since I'm doing solo. So yeah, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to play Wendy Watson. Kind of reminds me of Joan Watson from Sherlock. And of course, I always think of Wendy. I always think Wendy from Peter Pan for some reason. That's how I work here. So we're going to do novice. I think the actual first case, it was recommended by the developers that I do not put a timer limit on here. And also, I forgot to mention. Oh God, how can I forget to mention? He is Infinite Y. Thank you again for the copy. This is my freaky copy for the base game. So thank you again. I forgot to mention that. I knew I was forgetting something in my intro. My notes here in front of me on my iPad, but I totally forgot to say that. So I apologize. Thank you for the key. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go. All right, we're ready. We're going to do novice. We're going to do 20 minutes. But the actual case itself, I will do unlimited because I don't know how long it's going to take. And I don't want the timer since it's only me doing this. All right, so we're ready. Let's start. Boom, boom. It's loading. I'm nervous now. Whispers in the West. I do like the design of the title. The logo, I guess, would be the appropriate way of saying it. Okay, game version. Skip this. We don't want to skip this. There. Isn't this the most handsome portrait ever commissioned? All the credit to the model, of course. To celebrate, I demand the finest champagne available to humanity. Yes, Mr. Mayor, but you asked me to remind you not to drink on the job. The maid talking. Not to mention, you got an appointment coming up. Forgot about that. All right, so this is the mayor and the maid. Letter opener. Ooh, that's a fancy letter. The mayor has called you to his office for a great importance. What would it be? Personal forensic kit handbook. Ooh. Okay, so I gotta talk to the mayor. Oh, so you do actually use WASD to walk around. All right. Forensic kit I bought with me from England. Okay. Character. M. Oh, M is for map, so I need to go to Town Hall, I guess, would be where I need to go. Is what I'm guessing. So you're the new deputy from London. I've been working on my English accent to help you feel at home. Oh, that's mighty nice of you. Mayor, how do you do? God save the Queen. Was that good? Now listen up. We're going to go over a few things and make sure your work is up to snuff. It takes more than just talking to people to get the job done. I want you to inspect the portrait in this room for me. Hold on a second. Down here. I got it. Sorry. I think touching my leg is bothering me. I want you to inspect the portrait in this room for me. This portrait? Portrait. The mayor claims he built this town. He pays you to think on his behalf. This portrait. We found portrait evidence. Portrait. It's the mayor. He seems to be holding a gem in his hand. Oh, good. Now you had a look at the portrait. Now let's see how good your memory is. So if you forgot something, look into your inventory to find the item. Now, quite simply, what was I holding in my hand? A gem. No, that's not right. Have a look. I thought he said it was a gem. Oh, left hand. I must read. I don't really like looking at it. Oh, let's see how good your memory is. So simply look into your inventory. Nothing. Good job. Okay. All right. Read. Aenne, you need to read. Okay. So if the information is not provided to you, it does not exist. Okay. I'm trying to follow game logic here right now, guys. I'm trying to follow it, but I don't know if I'm following it very good. Give it to me here. Sometimes you can get more information from items by showing items or characters to other people. Why not give it a try? Present me to the portrait. To present something, you need to have dialogue with someone first. So Q. That? Ah, such a beautiful painting. I paid a pretty penny to have it done. Drink it in. I can tell you're jealous. Artist told me that it would only increase in value as my legacy grows. Well, you definitely are a fast learner, but there's still a bit more you should know before I have full confidence in you. I want you to go talk to the bartender at the saloon. I ordered something special and need you to pick it up. If you forget what you're doing, just remember your little taskbar at the top left. It is there to help you. And remember, we don't have all day. If you're running out of time, just be sure to keep an eye on the timer. Now the bartender will take over until you get back. So get going. The time's ticking. Okay, now I understand it. Now thinking about it, I think I need I'm gonna put my camera up here. Sorry for all this last minute. Like I said, I don't typically look at anything before I actually start doing anything, because I want to go in with a clear conscience that I haven't seen any gameplay, so that way you guys can actually see what I'm actually doing and learning the game. So, okay, this guy. Howdy, I have a policy in this bar of stating the obvious and pointing out that I'm the bartender here for your bartending needs. Don't take it as an insult. It's more of a reflection of the only state of my clientele and their detective. I know the words, I just cannot say it right now. Oh my god. Facilities. That's the word I was thinking about. Request item. A package, huh? There's lots of packages. Can you tell me from whom? Good mayor, yes, that's why I'm there. A fearless leader would send someone here. I have the mayor package for him right here. You'll be wanting to present that to him directly. Oh, and a word of advice, the people of Brimstone won't always be cooperative or civilized as yours truly. Sometimes you got to know the right people or be the right people. Okay. I'm not supposed to keep the mayor waiting. Okay, so we go back to town hall. This tutorial's interesting. Now we're going to deliver the package. Finally, thanks a lot. That wraps up everything for today. You're free to go about your business. Don't forget to fill in the case report after each day. Case reports. If you don't know about your case report, it's the red book with the red pen next to it. At the end of most days, you'll have to fill it out. A question, don't rush. You could do it after your timer stops. You can always come back to it before you submit the final version. If you have the teammates, make sure everyone agrees on the answer. You can call it a day whenever you want. Just click the fast forward button next to the timer. You need me to teach you what to do with your job? Fine. Try to get in the habit of keeping notes. It's easy. See the pin it. Oh, button on the dialogue. Pin this line and open your case report and you can see it pinned. Oh, okay. I didn't examine something? What? If you work in a team, the pin lines are shared, and every time you pin a dialogue, your teammates will be notified. You can call it a day whenever you want. Fast forward. Okay. All right. I understand. Let's see how well I do now. Who gave the package? Who gave you the package for the mayor? The bartender. I almost did that wrong because I read too fast. I'm so horrible. I'm gonna love it. Was that right? I'm questioning whether I answer it right or not. Oh, this is great. You learned all there is to know about solving mystery cases, partner. Can't say I imagine there will be a much call for it in this remote little town, but who knows? Maybe one day your skills will come in handy. Sorry? It didn't take me as long as I thought it would take, but I have hints. I was perfect. I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown when it comes to the actual case. Okay, so I did the tutorial and it was lovely and great and wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna do the portrait, which is a little mini game, I guess. Co-op demo. Put your detective skills to the test in this 15-minute mini mystery. The mayor's pride and joy has disappeared tonight. Who's culprit? All right, let's do it. I'm there. Let's go. We're gonna build ourselves up to the first case that I have access to. We're gonna be. Hey, those you guys can join for free. I just don't know how to get you. Oh, there's a room code. We'll hide that for now. Okay, we're gonna go for Wendy Watson. I think I like that name more than anything else. I'm sure everything is like running here. Good. Whispers in the west, the portrait. Who's this guy? I can't believe this. My precious portrait is gone. This is quite literally the end of my world. Oh, I was thinking the portrait was missing, and I guess that's what this case is about. Okay. Banker. This is outrageous indeed. I will let the sheriff's office know. They need to find out who has done this before the end of the day. I have until the end of the day. Okay. I'm the banker in City Hall. portrait has been stolen in a daring heist. The mayor has been openly weeping all morning. Time to go and console him. Boo. I'm sorry. I don't want to say boo-hoo, but it's just... Portrait. Sheriff's staff. I wonder what's in the drawer he locked up. Huh. Alright, I forgot I can walk around. Oh, that's the jail. I mean, I said about boo-hoo that his thing was... Oh, but to be honest... I wonder if it's the mayor. I don't know what this is. Alright, mayor, let's go. Oh, it's just awful. On top of my head hurts. Missing portrait. So this is a portrait from the tutorial. Some vermin came in and sold my precious portrait. You need to find out who did this before the end of the day. Got it? I'm a man who's used to getting what he asks for. So suspects. Everyone. There are lots of people who are probably jealous of that portrait. Just start by asking around to see whose stories doesn't add up. You can look back to the people, what people say in your case record if need to. What happened? I felt tired after lunch and fell asleep in my office yesterday. I woke up and turned around to get back to admiring it, and it was just gone. My precious portrait is gone, and this is quite literally the end of my world. There was a portrait here. It's gone now. Who removed it and why? Missing portrait. Luncheon. Delivered. Can I examine this? We're gonna go to the banker. This is my next thing. Because he was in the office, so that would be the most, ideally, the next person you would speak to. Deputy, seeing you is a highlight of my day. Can I listen to your problems and inform all my neighbors? I am at your disposal. Is there anything I can do for you? Oh, this guy's gonna tattletale on his people. Oh, it's a talk of the town. I went to all the trouble facilitating the most expensive artist commission I have ever seen, and now it's gone. I shouldn't say it, but a crime of this magnitude feels like an opportunity for a savvy investigator, doesn't it? Let's get some. Well, yes, in my line of work, it pays to be informed. So naturally, I keep a note of everyone's personal affairs for quality and training purposes. Some people might call me a snoop, but I prefer the beating hearts of the community. The mayor's gratitude will make for quite the asset, so I'll help with your investigation. Ah, okay, so he's in it for personal gain. Personal gain, basically. Suspects, well, it's a bulky object, difficult to fence on the account of it being a gigantic image of his previous owner. You wouldn't go after such a thing unless you were desperate or out of your mind. Maybe there's a way to narrow it down. Talk of the town. Interesting. So he will tell us. So I need to go somewhere to talk somewhere. So I can't go. So the square, the sheriff's office, the butcher. We're gonna go to the salon next just to see like how this works. Alright, my dude. Hi, deputy. Have you seen the mayor today? I heard that his hideous portrait went ahead and walked out on him. That's great. Sounds like he might have a job for you. I'm sure he'll turn up somewhere. You best start asking around. Saw anything? Rumor has it someone rocked right in and took it. Happened just before sundown. The bar was empty aside from the boys over there. They're not in a habit of leaving their chairs. I given to the understand the mayor would still be in his office around that time. He has recently found himself occupied almost entirely in the admiring of that painting. I'm surprised it was out of his sight. Who would have done it? I haven't moved from the spot behind the bar in quite some time, owing to my frankly disastering back injury. I suggest you cast your eyes on some more athletic denizens of Brimstone. You go talk to these lovely people back here. I wonder who plays this thing. I cannot present this. Ah. I guess I can present the luncheon. Okay, so... Oh, no, I'd go to the butcher, wouldn't I? Alright, so let's go... Butcher. Process of elimination here, guys. Oh my god, would I getting a Sweetie Todd, like Sweetie Todd, like, vibe right now in this room? Meat of indeterminate origins. My favorite. Oh, god, no. Ugh. Well, howdy, darling. Welcome to Betsy's Butchers, where we can make anything look like anything. I don't know about that. That sounds really creepy. Nothing goes to waste. Are you here for a fresh cut, or is there something else I can help you with? Luncheon. Oh, you all heard about my unforgettable luncheon? Well, if you're in it for the treat, I'm serving up some of the finest meat for y'all tomorrow. That mayor portrait was stolen. I knew it. Where have you been? The portrait? That's right. Tell me everything you know. Well, I saw some rascals in the dead of the night carrying the portrait out of the mayor's house, but I couldn't make out who it was. What were you doing in the middle of the night? Well, I've been having a hard time lately, and butchering helps me when I'm stressed. So I'm up late, I can't talk. I'm not gonna bother to say that word. I can't talk. Plunging my cleaver into the slab of meat, and I popped out for some fresh air. That's when I saw it. It's the same for the mayor. Maybe I should send him some jerky. Who do you think is responsible? Could have been anyone. Sends, well, he's desperate. Lay around who hangs around the town square, but I really like him. There's Greasy Gillian, the bartender. You wouldn't believe the things he greases that mustache with. Gosh, who else? So many suspects. It seems impossible to untangle. I wish I could see culprit better. Interesting. He's high on my list right now. Oh, did you hear what happened with the mayor? His portrait of himself got stolen. He seems so angry right now. I just know I'm going to get the blame for this. Oh, my name is Zed, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you. You have questions for me? I'll answer as best as I can. What happened? Well, from what I heard, someone broke into the mayor's office and stole something. But I was here all the time after sundown, and I would have seen someone trying to steal a painting, so it wouldn't have been after sundown. I think the drinkers over there might have seen something. I don't like pointing fingers. I know a lot of people might blame me, but I swear it's not. I honestly don't know who could have done it. The painting? Painting? Everyone in town heard about the mayor bragging about the new portrait. But you can hear what I heard from nobody. And remember, you didn't hear it from nobody, alright? I heard it's already been sold for more money than I ever seen. I just don't understand such a thing. My fancy picture book is better than the one that the sheriff locked up in his drawer. I might be going too slow for that. Go back to the salon here. I don't think there was anybody else I needed to talk to. I can't talk to these guys. This guy. His hideous portrait sounds like he might have a job. Referring to the feral man beast who frequently be finding and scrounging through my garbage. A Caught the boy fighting with the spider for access to a fly. I understand he and the unfortunate Dark Knight are now patriots of kind. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. That girl out of her gosh traveling mind. She told me she likes that the butcher is infested with rats. She says it increases her gross output. Yeah, well, she takes great pleasure in providing packed lunches to our fine mayor, however. He lets her into his office. All items. Banker. I have to pay that man to stop touching my mustache. She orders milk. He's bad news. Go back to the banker. To the butcher, personally. Made some ill-advised financial decisions a few years back. He was trying to get rich quickly, and it's an old story. Anyways, the bank owns his house now, and his principal occupations are petty crime and starvation. Lord knows what he's capable of. Butcher. She could take a few pointers on I cannot talk tonight. Sophistication from you. And financial management. That said, no, that has to be for the sheriff's ears only. Don't concern yourself with her. The banker. I like him. He's a shrewd businessman with invariable personal grooming. He has a bad back and extremely healthy. Okay. And the mayor. Completely above Paragon. He's the richest man I know. Oh, huh. Alright, hold on. Let's go. I went everywhere I could go. Go back to the sheriff's office. Let's see. Item. I actually want to try the luncheon. Traces of what appears to be scraps of meat and some spoiled liquid. But wait, on top of that, there are some traces of strain. I know this is dried valerian root, typically used as a sleep aid. Was the mayor drugged? Very good question. I could analyze it. Perhaps I should try something with something else. Okay. I'm learning as I'm going here. We're gonna go back to the butcher now. She lets her in at all times of the day. So technically, she's the one with the access. If you're after an unforgettable luncheon, she's your girl. I don't know what I'll do without her. It was after the sweet beef brisket of hers I fell asleep on the spot. Said. Word has reached me about that boy. I should have charged him with vagrancy months ago. Just submit the case report and I will have him locked up in the... Wasn't him. Bartender. Gillian sort of runs a saloon post. In the office, he's enterprising. I get a little something from him every day. Out of your banker. She's the only one who saw something. She points her finger to somebody else. She's the one who gives the mayor the food. She has access to his townhouse at all hours of the day. So, yes, this is where I'm going with, guys. I don't know if this is right. This is wrong. But I believe this is correct. Funny how I pick who it is before I actually, like... Still complaining phasmophobia. I'm very nervous about this one. I admit this is all gut. Come up with such plan on these working people that have the cunning. Still, my painting is back where it belongs. I'm getting hungry. All of that ends well. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! See? Ooh. I have my mystery down. I apparently have hints in this game, and I don't even know what the hints are. I don't even know how to use hints. There's hints in this game, guys, and I don't. So what happened? What's this? What happened? This would prove to be the particular expensive lunch for the mayor. Yes. Betsy the butcher asked me to get her some valerian root. I heard it helps with sleep, but does she have trouble falling asleep at night? Uh-oh. I missed the clue here, but I guessed correctly. Oh my god. I know there should have been something wrong with my lunch when my lunch was seasoned. It's not natural. That valerian root knocked me out completely right after lunch. When the mayor woke up, he found the portrait stolen. I don't think I just give you a recap, though. Ernest said he saw someone hauling something away from the town hall that afternoon. I knew it must have happened before sundown. So it was Betsy the butcher? I can't believe this. I don't know. I feel like I missed something. Whatever. I got a perfect score. Alright. Let's now do the main case of the game. Oh, it's main case time. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Alright, I did 2 for 2. Ooh. I'm doing it with the timer. I know they recommended that I do it without a timer, but we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna just do it. This is a on-stream decision I am making for myself right now. I have 1 hour to solve this case. Let's go. We're doing it. Best guess. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. I'm nuts. I'm crazy, but let's go. Oh, let's do it. 60 minutes. Let's do it. Oh, wait. Did I set the timer for 20? We're going to solve this in 20 minutes. Is there right? Is it only really 20 minutes? Oh. All right, we're still going to watch this. If I have to restart it, I'll try to restart it. We'll figure out if we can restart. This is outrageous. Someone broke into the bank last night. My bank, the very fabric of society, is under threat. The lawless hordes are about to descend upon us. We need answers yesterday, and I can think of a few people with the audacity to try a job like this. Get over here. Okay, we're doing banker. 42 minutes is break-in. For break-in, and he's that word always gives me a tongue twister. And he's anxiously awaiting you at the crime scene. All right, I need my notes here because I'm gonna be doing lots of notes. All right, so I got my. Wait, no, it's case report. Expect. Got my case. All right, we're going to the bank, guys. The bank we a go. Oh, it's automatically on the unlimited timer. Okay. Well, I'm giving myself an hour. There are many footprints on the floor. They start and end at the front door. The lock on the main door was pried open by force. Whoever broke in must have known the banker was out. Hold on. That's all very important information. I'm pinging those. Before we talk to my dude, let me go. There are many folders on the shelf. They're carefully labeled. Hey, I called you here to find out who broke the place last night, not to mess with my files. Yeah. Alright, this is as far as I can go. Thanks for coming on down, y'all. Someone broke into the bank last night, but we all know who this someone is, don't we? How do you mean? Well, I said this 3 months ago. That outlaw in your little band cannot be trusted. The sheriff insisted she was innocent and gave her the pardon. Now this happened. What happened next? So the bank was robbed. That's right. A thief broke in during the night. They took loose change from the drawers. Luckily, they left the safe intact. Where were you last night? I was out on a confidential business. I usually sleep on the premises, but the bank is my castle, and I guard it like a dragon. Typically, one night I'm away and this happens. I mean, how did the culprit even know I was out? I left the oil lamp on when I left to discourage burglars. I thought that always worked. Said you weren't away. Where did you go? Very personal, matter of the heart. So the bank was robbed. That's right. A thief broke in during the night, took loose change from the doors. Luckily, they left the safe intact. Broke into. All right. Let's go to the town square next because that's the closest to the bank. Somebody. Oh, it's the cat. Oh, I missed the cat the first time around. Oh. Well, I can't present the cat. Stage driver. Howdy. I heard the bank was robbed. Have you tracked down the culprit yet? Best of luck on y'all. Where were you? I understand you have to suspect everyone. We all have our jobs to do. I slept over the room and board in the city last night. Didn't come back until this morning. Anything unusual? Well, it's a little odd, but I'm escorting a visitor here from the city tonight on the foreman's request, so I was doing some maintenance on the cart. I checked my shed over, but my crowbar is nowhere to be found. Wait, the bank was broken into, right? Then whoever took my crowbar must have. Tell you what, find my crowbar, you'll find your thief. Okay. I understand you have to suspect anyone. We have our jobs to do. Okay. These guys don't talk to me. Peach County Railway Investment. 20% annual return guaranteed. Who's going to believe this? Howdy, have you come to arrest me? It's that spotty mouse still living in the jail cell. I called him Hoppy. Someone broke into the bank. Was that you? The bank was robbed? No, it's not me. I'll never set foot in the bank if the banker is in. The banker wasn't in. Pin that. Where were you? I was sleeping rough in the streets behind the bounty board, you know. The banker always lights his lamp and shuts it off the same time every night. Not that night, though. It looked like he was in and awake. Anything unusual? Did you notice anything unusual on the night of the break-in? It wasn't me, but yeah, I will tell you what I saw. I was sleeping here on the street, and I was having a sweet dream when suddenly a cat woke me up. She was snaring and growling something fierce. Then I saw two coyotes, beautiful but scary, so I didn't dare to make a noise. The coyotes started chasing the cat. They went around and around, and suddenly I heard two gunshots. Someone must have scared the coyotes away. I slept under his wagon a few nights ago. He puts a bowl of water under there. That's for the cat. I don't think that's for you. Oh, you spoke every time he talks to me, he's all screaming and shouting, spitting everywhere. Bessie says he's nice. Really? I wish one day I could have the bank account and wear suits just like him. Admires him. Well, go to the salon next. Let's see where we're having here. I could talk to these guys. Something very nostalgic about the bank robbery. It really takes me back seeing the investigators running around. I'm glad I'm retired from that sort of thing a long time ago. I hear the sheriff's been working with sort of outlaw anyways. He'll probably recruit someone like you as well, Mr. Brown. Jessie Bell, I actually believe she's innocent. We didn't work with the wild cards like her back in the day if we could help it. Well, are you alright? Anything Uncle Brown can help you with? Where were you the night when the bank was broken into? Me? My days of excitement are behind me. I don't leave this chair if I can help it. I was playing poker with Kevin all night, and I got plenty of Kevin's money to prove it. Anything unusual? What exactly passes for unusual in Brimstone? You got an intelligent type looking into some things going on at the mine. Geologist. Unusual by local standards, the people of the Brimstone have a tendency just to throw themselves into things with no expertise whatsoever. Take Kevin here, for instance. His big signature play in poker is not to look at his cards at all and just bet. So they're still trying to find out who robbed the bank. I stopped counting on the sheriff after last time when he allowed that all go bet. Jessie Bell, you be careful about making idle accusations. Come on, the entire stagecoach fell off the coast. She happens to be the only one who survived. There was an $8,000 bounty on her head for 2 years. That's a lot. For this time, at least. That was very circumstantial, Kevin. We've been over this. You produce evidence, or you keep it down. Me? I'm not at the poker. If I'm not at the poker table, I'm on my way to the poker table. That's right. It was a big night for Kevin, too. He won a hand. Anything unusual? I won a poker game against Mr. Brown. Does that count? Besides that, I guess the butcher's brother was acting a little cold. He turned up real late last night and he was all sweaty and out of breath. Seemed to be in a hurry to get in. Butcher's brother, hold on. Mr. Brown. No, it wasn't Miss Brown. It was Kevin. I mean, it's the butcher again. Actually, I'm going to present this. Yes, some friends of mine have made good money from the railroad investment. I can put you in touch with someone, trusted individuals, if you're interested. 20% return per year. I can make more in one poker game. Howdy, we've been having ourselves an impromptu conversation on the subject of that bank robbery. You should know I feel a certain pride to be once living in a town where the bank is fancy enough to be worthy of criminal attention. That's great. Strategy, of course. I'd be worried if I were not conversing with one of the finest investigative minds in the world. Any drink? Don't you go leaving it unattended. Interesting. One day we'll have an ice vault under the saloon. Can you imagine it? Cold drinks in the hot sun is a dream It's a dream as real to me as my wife's infection. During the unfortunate business with the bank and the robbing of the said bank, I was here at the bar. The drunker patrons might not be able to corroborate the stories, memories abbreviated as they are, but who do you think got them that way? Ice vault. I want to make it very clear there's no shame in falling for a scam like that. None at all. It's a numbers game, I say. They catch you with your guard down. They'll always catch somebody. I took a loan a year ago, hoping to build an ice vault for the bar so I can offer ice. Then I saw the railroad investment advert and believed them. Proof it can happen to the best of us. A year after, I ended up with no ice vault, no money. No wonder Francesca isn't coming back. Ooh, oh dear. Wait a minute. Footprints on the floor, not surprised, wiping your feet, and it's a real fake pause. Means you're soft. So it's somebody who went to the bank. Okay. We're gonna go. The blacksmith now is in on this. Okay, the blacksmith. You can only see the butcher's shop from here. She had a regular visitor recently. I wouldn't pay it any heed, but it's one of her brother's favorite subjects when he's here, ranting away as he does. Blacksmith. Oh, just a minute. There. All right. What is it? There are some break-ins at the bank. Right. I saw the lock of the bank was pried open late that night. Did you find anything missing? You see, nothing in this town minds its own business anymore. Coyotes involved. They were going after the cat again. It was a 2-on-1, not fair. So I took my rifle, went out to the street, and scared away the coyotes. Just a couple warning shots. On the way back, I saw the light was on the bank, but the door was laying open. I noticed the lock had been pried open. I don't get involved myself in other people's business, especially the bankers. I didn't pay no mind to it if they found anything missing. You found cash. If you caught whoever did it, how much trouble would they be in exactly? Oh! Blacksmith is now on my list. He's a suspect on my list. I don't know anything about the railroad investment. I'm not one of those guys who owns things. I prefer earning honest money. The banker turns out his nose is all the way up when he runs into me. Surprised he can even see what he's doing. A man like him ought to be careful considering so many people beneath him notice. I'll tell you one thing that's been holding his attention lately, and that's the Bill's sister. Butcher, he doesn't seem like her type, if you know what I mean, but he's knocking on her door late at night. Well, I don't judge. I shouldn't discuss these things. So if the banker is seeing the butcher sister or whatever, and it's top secret, and the blacksmith can see that the banker is going to the sister, that makes the blacksmith the #1 culprit in my book right now on who it is. Excuse me, miss, you're wrong on the game. What? Huh? What do you mean I'm wrong on the game? I'm confused. I am doing things here, all right? I don't know what game it puts on there for YouTube. It just does things. Talk about the sage driver. I don't believe in wanderlust. Just a word a man uses to walk out on his responsibilities. I got no business with the sage driver. All right. On the wrong. Oh, like actually on the wrong game. I don't know. I'm playing a game. Come over here, T, when I'm playing my cozy mystery game. All right. I am solving this. That is a for sure statement that you are too small brained for this. I will support this. I need to clip that and show it to everyone too. I have work to do. Sorry. How careless. It's the blacksmith, or the blacksmith knows somebody. Yeah. We're going to the butcher now. Butcher's brother. You want to talk to me? Whatever for. Are you here to greet my testimony? Are you here to get my Dan, easy. No, T. No, T. No. Are you finally going after the foreman for getting my leg blown off? There was a break-in at the bank? Oh, so? I just want to hear about his leg. Where were you when it happened? Me? Well, I was at the saloon all night. Notice anything unusual the night of the break-in? Unusual, yes. I mean, my sister hasn't seen anyone for years. I guess that's unusual. What do you mean? Was there someone with your sister that night? I suppose I could keep it quiet. Okay, so where did this door lead to? Oh, that's just where Bill and I live. Me and my brother, we have nowhere to stay since the fire at O family's place. I just built 2 bedrooms at the back of the shop. I'm handy like that. Come on in, grab a bite, and that's the only grub in town. Help little Betsy stay indispensable to the hungry folks of Brimstone. I'm actually here about the bank. Oh, the bank? What happened? Oh, there was a break-in. Oh, well, you know me, partner. Very cooperative, but not so informative. I'll help if I can. Where were you? Well, where were you during the break-in? Where was everyone else? Since my father passed away, I pretty much spent every waking minute, well, you know, butchering. My brother and me, well, not on good terms. He's become irritable after that accident at the mine. He hasn't been able to work since then. And I get a second to myself too, depending on me. Oh gosh, here I'm unburdening myself on you. Thanks for listening, friend. Anything unusual? Notice anything unusual lately? Nope. I've been retiring as soon as it's too dark to work. Saves on candle and oil. Then I sleep, dream an unusual dream. I dreamed the bartender's wife packed up and left the stagecoach. Gosh, it's been a while since she's left. Bartender's wife? Wait, C. I need to go C. Okay, so can't go to the mine. Let's go to the banker. Let's see if we could collaborate, like, a little bit more of his story about who he was with. Find it interesting. It's all better. Flattering happens to me everywhere I go. Oh, that's such a lie. Foreman. The foreman of the mine, he's a customer of ours. He's been managing the mine for as long as I know, though he doesn't technically own it. Not yet, anyways. Blacksmith. Clayton Jr. probably has the most valuable debt in town for someone like me. His gambling father left him with a huge sum of debt, but Clayton works like a mule. Everyone in town knows it. It's the most interesting thing about Clayton. He's a very boring man. Okay. Butcher's brother. The butcher's never, brother, he knows it all. He seems to be holding quite a grudge against the foreman of the mine. He blames the foreman for the accident that cost him his leg, even though he was the one in charge of the explosives. But who's to know? We weren't there to see it. Foreman. We talk about... He's a customer of ours. He's been managing the mine for as long as I know, though he doesn't... Oh, wait, I did read all that. Never mind. Let's see. Bartender. He's a charming man, very independently minded, makes his own financial decisions. I wonder how his business is doing lately. Oh, Kevin. I was considering a career in exclusively trading Scots and shares, but every time I meet someone living that life, they remind me of Kevin in the saloon, and I think better of it. I understand there's a man in the Brimstone Saloon who doesn't believe in an economical system. Believe me when I tell you that blind trust in the infallible of banking is the only thing holding back the tide of disaster. Okay. About coyotes. I try as hard as I can. I can't seem to get used to those coyotes. I never thought I'll miss the foxes of home. The other night when I was well in bed, I heard them running through town, chasing a cat. Someone took out a gun and scared them away eventually, I think. Everyone is very glad the cat wasn't harmed. We're rather fond of her. Hold up. The other night, when I was in bed. You know, a very interesting face to me because the way he said it and how he said it makes me kind of question things. Let me go back to the sheriff's office. Let's go look at some of our evidence because right now I'm kind of like going around in a circle trying to figure this out. Footprints. Let's take a closer look at the footprints. The mud that was dragged in was a solidified, leaving clear impression. While it's hard to tell, there are two distinct sizes and patterns of prints. I'm fairly certain they come from two different people. Okay, so we have two different people. Anything with the missing cash? I heard the bank's marked. So if there's a death, they can find the culprit when they find them. Nothing like that in Brimstone, unfortunately. Okay. Poster. Can I find any extra information from this? Maybe it is the bartender. Go back here. Okay, so I can't do that. Tell me about the bartender. There are a lot of words with Gillian recently. His wife went missing a few years back. Every time I see that woman that looks like Francisca, I still give them a second look. Okay. Butcher's brother. Bill was asking me if I could get him a job for a while. He seems convinced I could set him up like that. The truth is, there's barely a job for me. I was raised as a trapper, and I fell into this trade when I dried up. I hear that the mine's in decline. Railroads competing with my own business. We'll all be like Bill soon. Foreman at the mine. The miners don't like him much. He's hard on the others and hard on himself too. His family owns the largest ranch in this region and a few other businesses besides. But he owns nothing, not even the mine he runs. Can't be easy for him. Butcher. The Butcher of the Brimstone has a family recipe for meat seasoning. I get orders from customers in the city for her chorizo. I hear a restaurant owner wanted to buy her recipe, but that she didn't want to sell. About the blacksmith. He helps me out quite a lot. If I get a bum wheel, the blacksmith fixes it. No hesitation. Kind of grumpy he is, though. Ain't he? Mr. Brown. Zed. Boy's been through a lot. I tried to keep an eye on him. I could have ended up that way. I don't think he's on the right side of the law, but I don't think the law's ever been good to him or most of us. Fair assumption. Banker. The banker, he takes my stage every month. I wonder if he has family or somewhere else. Banker has much. I don't think this stage. I feel like he's your like town. Zed is like the town like person that sort of kind of gets the bad rap. Sometimes when everybody's looking, you should try it. It's like a special way to cheat at life. Don't thank me for that. Butcher's brother. I like him. He's having a hard time just like me. I told him all about we're the same and he just on long didn't stare at me or anything. I think you should be nice to him. Foreman. Was it me? I didn't do anything wrong. I promise. Your wife. I don't know. Betsy really likes me the way the normal people do, but she got no hate. That's all it takes to be a Zed. And there are two people in this world like him. That's Betsy. Did I ask? It wasn't him, was it? Everybody has bad money. Oh my god. I was sleeping here on the street and I was having a sweet dream and then suddenly the cat woke up and he was snaring. Billy Fairs and then I saw 2 coyotes. She didn't see who scared them off. What about the blacksmith? The blacksmith said that he didn't go in. Knew it. I knew there was a reason why the blacksmith was on my list. Because he helps the stagecoach person with stuff, right? And he, excuse me, he said, was it. So he said he was on the way back. He saw it open, but then he didn't look in other people's business. But Zed, I don't find any reason why like Zed would actually want to lie to us that I know of at least. But he went into the bank. There were 2 footsteps. 2 footsteps, which 3 days in this case. Okay. So, was anything stolen? Maybe it wasn't the blacksmith. I mean, the butcher's brother would know that what's his face was over, right? Knocking on her door late at night. Go back to the saloon here. Let's talk to the bartender. Blacksmith. Clayton, I used to see a lot more of him. He used to come in and drag his dad away from the gambling table. He's been working day and night to repay those debts of his. He's never away from his workshop. He's never away, but that time he did step in. That explained the 2 footsteps. The butcher's brother, didn't you ask me about anything? I found this rather interesting metal implemented by Bill's usual table. Not sure if this is. I don't recognize it. Impromptu. Okay, so one was distinct, one wasn't distinct. It'd be so bad if I end this early because I feel like I already know who it is. Because there's 2 footsteps. The blacksmith didn't know if anything was stolen, but the butcher's brother. I like how the names in this game are like very like they're very like they don't actually have names. I mean, they kind of have names, but they don't actually have any names because that's how you would remember this. Like when you're doing like these types of like when you watch like, you know, mystery stuff, you know, you sort of just notice like little things. Like in order for you to look at it objectively, you give them like nicknames. So it's this person, you know, give them recognizable names. So, you know, the bartender, the saloon, or like the bartender, the mayor, the butcher's brother, the stagecoach. And then you have those people who do have names like Zed, but Zed is there for like the person who's always taking the fallout because of his circumstances and like so forth. God, I hope it wasn't Zed. I hope I'm not wrong. Ooh. All right, let's go back to the square. Show the crowbar to the stagehand. Evidence. My own fault. I've always parked my coach in the shed overnight just off the main street. The shed is easy to get into. I wish I could tell you who stole it, who could have helped me out, and that sort of information you'll be dying to know. Okay, so let me see. No. Map. Sheriff's office. Okay, so you can't find any information in the shack from this, nothing from this. When is... Why did the blacksmith go in there? All right, let's go to the butcher. Butcher's brother specifically is what we're going to talk to. We're going to present to him this. Someone stole the stagecoach crowbar. I guess anyone could have gotten into that shed, right? It's not exactly locked, right? You know? Yeah. Good luck, the blacksmith. He's the only decent man in this town. I can talk about him about a few things. He doesn't interrupt or laugh. It's a shame about all his debt left him. Men like him and me, we have to be our own fathers. Go back to the blacksmith. I'm going to present the crowbar to him. See what he tells me. He used to talk a lot of sense before the accident of mine. Truth be told, he still talks a lot of sense. It's just dangerous sense now. I keep telling him he needs to cool his head heel. I keep telling him he ought to cool it off before it melts it off of him. He's been saying all kinds of different stuff about the foreman laying him off for a cover-up. I think it was really messed up and blew off his own head. Okay. I don't know. This is who I say did it. After I'm sorry, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my god, I did this lesson in an hour. When did I start it? I started at about 42, so half an hour. That's not too bad. But we're gonna say this. Till the next day. Oh, the rooster was very loud. Seems more information in the black that reports something else is missing. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Like, it seems kind of short. Hold on. So it's a 3-day case. Okay. I probably missed out on the notes without meaning to. Actually, there's more of a simple crash. Something else was taken. This morning, when I cast my eye on the document myself, I noticed something was missing with my carefully arranged filing system. So I called you, and I made sure I didn't touch any of the folders before you can examine them. There should be 26 folders, but one is missing. So who's missing? There should be 26 folders on the shelf, but they're all arranged in alphabetical order, but someone messed them up. I left them as I found them in case you needed to take notes. All right, top. Account holder. A for account holders, B for bank statements, A for high value customers, M for missed payments, F for frozen. Top right. All right. Do I have my piece of paper here? Top right, we have A, B. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. A, B, C, D, H, G. I can't use my alphabet. Oh my god. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, L, M, O, E, picking Q, R, S, T, U, Z, X, Y, and Z. Did I get that right? Oh my god. So embarrassing. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh my god, I'm missing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and A, L, M, N, O, Q, R, Q, R, X. No, Q, R, S, X. No. E, U, Z. I cannot. Oh my god, this is so. Thank God. Like, I'm kind of glad I'm streaming this and nobody's here because I watched me do my alphabet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24. We'll figure this out. So, A, B, H, M, B, C, D, H. I don't know my alphabet. So C, I, J, K, N, W. That's another letter. Oh my god, I don't even know my alphabet. P, O, E, Q, D, S, E. Then it's E, R, U, X, Y, Z, E, H. C is for checks. No. Loans. Okay. All right. We won't talk about my terrible alphabet. There are 4 people currently waiting on a repaying loan. The priest, the blacksmith, the bartender, and the foreman. Ooh. The priest, blacksmith, bartender, and the foreman. Okay, so this gets a little bit more complicated because it also could be the bartender is saying that it was the butcher's brother. I can't recall some of the particular details if you wish to ask me about them. Yes, I wish to ask you about them. All right, so he asked for the loan to buy a mine. He manages the line, but he doesn't technically own it. He discovers some kind of gemstone beneath the town. I believe a geologist has been hired to confirm the exact contents. This foreman said now that it is the perfect time to bid for ownership before anyone else knows about it. All this is detailed in loan documents. Foreman won't be happy about this. We will talk about them. Blacksmith. Blacksmith, everyone knows he's inherited a large fund. He works very hard. He's paying the interest at least. I have a lot of respect for the people who work to repay their loan, but with the little horseshoe business he's running, it'll take him a lifetime to repay his father's loan. Yes, a lot of respect, but respect does not erase the debt to the Zinke family. That's who we're... Oh. The priest. I haven't talked to no priest yet. Bartender. The bartender took out a loan last year. He said he was going to build an ice vault for the saloon. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to keep up with the regular payments, which I don't quite understand. The saloon is surely one of the most successful business in Brimstone. What about this family? Or church like kitchens? The Zucchinis, they're respectable people, but farm. They own the Brimstone Bank, so technically any loan from me is a loan from them, basically. And they do not take kindly to overdue debts. Ooh. This just got better. Okay. So let's go. We're going to go. I'm going to talk to the priest. You know who orchestrated the greatest heist in history? That's right. The big guy himself when he saved our souls from the darkness. That's great. Where were you when the break-in happened? I wish I could have been there to turn the preparator towards the light, but alas, I have childcare duties. I was at home with my daughter. Anything unusual? I wish I could tell you that an empty church was unusual, but it's becoming common in Brimstone. You could tell these people were the oasis of common temperance of the desert of the excesses of this town. We're worried in the bank. I wish I could help, but alas, I had child duties. I was at home with my daughter. Recognize crowbar. Those look dangerous, those look through gods. Oh, what about the missing documents? Someone stole the loan documents for the bank. Discussions of money lending always made me uncomfortable, but this is the world we live in. I myself have made use of their services out of necessity, I assure you. The repairs to the church add up, and then there's my daughter to care for. My repayments are slow, I admit, but there's not much money to be had in my profession. But I recently paid off another installment. None of us are without sin. The rest assured I will never attempt to steal another. I will pay my debt eventually. Wait, wasn't that little girl in the... Am I thinking of the cat? Must be thinking of the cat. I was thinking about the cat. I thought the cat was a little girl. The loan. See, okay. Yay! I know you claim it wasn't you. Missing documents. To me, I didn't do anything wrong, I promise. Okay, you're not gonna answer me that question. So tell me about this family. Was it me? I didn't do anything wrong. Alright, you're not gonna also tell me about that. Priest? Gets this look in the eye when he sees things, makes me think I could take things from him, but he'll be nice about it. He ain't like most of the other folks in town. I don't think I need to run away from him. Let's go. I want to talk to you about them. I only heard the Zucchini family from the bounty hunters. Sometimes you meet some would-be bounty hunters on their trail. They never collect and you never meet them again. Interesting. Priest. Oh, those guys are trying not to get involved with stuff of this kind. You know, the guys who talk big words. Fair enough. Is there something else I can help you with? Okay, so he... not one to tell me about that. He won't tell me about that. Foreman wouldn't want anybody to know. Yeah, let's wrap up for today. Hey. I'm sorry, I'm sticking to it. Oh my god. Baker just can't reach a break. Something else has happened. Go ask him about his most recent... Oh my god. All right, let's see what happened next. So, I would like to go here real quick and... that was great. I just wanted to see mostly what it told me. I found this letter at the doorstep this morning. Apparently someone slipped it under before I woke up. Keep your mouth shut or you'll find yourself chopped into pieces tomorrow morning. Well, he's going to be chopped into pieces. I wasn't particularly intending on dying at all, you know, like that. Okay. Oh, he got a death threat. Okay. Somebody doesn't want him to talk, so... He's the only one who didn't want him talking. So this is my story. But let's go and, like, confirm some things. Like, I don't even need to talk to this guy. Why you bother me when I'm working? Some of us actually have jobs and contribute to society. Where were you? Where were you during the night of the break-in? Oh, here. Here comes somebody commits an bank heist and accuses Tobias. He's a sort of mastermind and pull it off. You listen here, I'm the reason there are any money in that bank to start with. This mine is where all the wealth comes from. I'm the victim here. If I lose my money, the mine closes. If the mine closes, the town collapses. You work for me. Here, get to the bottom of it. You're the most unusual thing that ever walked into the town. Suspect, you're looking for Lee. Will that make you leave you alone? Why don't you ask the priest about his daughter? He. People take their privacy very seriously. I'm not surprised something like that has happened, especially in a town like this. If I were him, I would act accordingly. Oh, man, but he admitted it. So let's go talk to the... Wait, I forgot. D. He's going to tell me he was home. So tell me about your daughter. My little family, my little lost lamb. She changes for everyone for the better. You know, we're all happy to have her amongst us. Some might think it's strange for me to adopt a child, but look at this town. She's the safest here. Safest here. There's blood in hand, soul, lunch, and he shows no remorse. I want to make the project him. I want to save him, but being around him is like going from the light to the shadow, and it just makes me go, oh, wow. Who's this guy? Fantastic. I didn't expect to come across such a lively bar in this part of the world. I'm only here last night, but man, the drinks were so good. Care to join me? Who are you? I'm a geologist. I research geology, the science of tools, and the earth. I brought you here. While I'm here, I was invited by the foreman to inspect the underground composition of the mine. The brimstone mine was once built to dig a sulfur, hence the name brimstone. But clearly there is more to it or I wouldn't be here. Although I'm not supposed to tell you any details. Because he knows nothing. I'm strangely wise about that subject. Okay. Where are these missing documents? Why is this he who knows nothing? Guy's keeping his mouth shut. What are you doing here, bro? So he broke into the banker. Where did this guy? Now I'm starting to get stuck because now I feel like I'm overthinking it. Like, you know what? I'm going to do this without a hit. I'm almost to like my hour. Actually, I am almost at my hour. I am... Ooh. This. Now you mentioned, I remember looking out the window of the break-in. I couldn't see much on the street from here, but I did see someone open the lookout and then hurry away. Didn't catch their face, though, just their silhouette. I thought it must have been the banker. But do you think it would have been the thief? Black coat, black this. All right. Yep. Let's just wrap up for today. This is my story. I came in just under an hour. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my god. Who broke into the bank? You selected. Okay, yes, I admit it. I broke into the bank that night. I knew the banker would be out, and, well, I was looking for something. Oh my god, I got that one right! Oh my god! I can't believe I got that right! That's the only thing I can think of. This was the logical conclusion for me, but... I don't know why the thief would take them. Please, you have to find them soon or I may be in big trouble. I thanked the foreman because he didn't want anybody to do it, and he said that he would do it. And then you have somebody who won't talk about it. This is the one I'm nervous about, other than the first one. This is an assault on my freedom of speech. I thought this was the land of the free. Am I not free to threaten to kill a person? This is tyranny. You're afraid of words, you coward. What's wrong? No sense of humor? The banker knew a lot about my plans for the mine. Just a harmless joke about confidentiality. If you actually had friends, you would know they'll send letters like this all the time. Don't threaten each other. I'm sorry. Achievement that I missed. I missed the case achievement, but I was perfect. Oh my god, I did it, guys. I solved the case in just an hour by myself. Oh my. I watched apparently way too many mystery stuff. I figured it out. Yay, go me. Alright, let's see what happened. Let's take a recap of what happened here. The cash was taken in the break-in, but then there were loan documents. Anyone taking those must have had a plan. I barely ever moved from the spot. How could the thief have known I would be away? Because you were trying to hook up with his brother. More complicated, so the first step showed more than one person had broken into the bank. Baker just invited me in. Nobody at the bank when he was trying to invest in my sister. I knew I was onto something. I was counting on the loan documents blowing the whole thing open. 2 years ago, we blew open a shaft down the mine, and there was something horrible wrong. A fellow worker died in the explosion, and I lost a leg and a livelihood. The foreman closed off the new shaft we made, and he hustled everything up. It was definitely some sort of conspiracy. I had to get to the bottom of things. I always do, and I knew the foreman took out a loan, and I knew he wasn't looking to hire a geologist. With the banker occupied, Bill took the crowbar from the stage, coach shed, and pried open the bank and searched for the truth. While Bill was at the bank, he heard 2 gunshots, and that's where the blacksmith scared off the coyotes, so Bill left the bank in a hurry. So there I was heading back to the bed, and I saw the bank was wide open. I went inside, and the cash drawer wasn't locked. You didn't tell me that during my investigation, all right? Clayton labors under the mountain of debt and passed down from his father. The world has been cruel to him, but that night it had offered an apology. He took the money. He took the money. What was in the documents? What was the truth that mattered to Bill so much? Okay. So Butcher's brother took the documents, but he took the money, and that's why he was on my list of suspects. And I said it was him, but I may have had the order a little bit wrong, but I had the right idea process. Before I went into the red. I've seen better days. If he had known what I'd known, he wouldn't be so eager to sell. And if I see what I saw that day when Bill was injured, I was eager to buy. I was eager to prove to my family that I'm a real high-value fan. This was my chance. I had to put it all down on my loan application. Nobody would give me a loan unless they knew it was a sure thing. All my secrets were in the documents. There was another person who knew his secret and was willing to share after a few drinks. That was the butcher's brother. No, this guy. I've seen a fire beneath the earth. I've seen riches. Oh, it was actually this guy. Oh, okay. Look. I don't know what happened in here, but something happened. If the banker doesn't get the loan documents back as soon as possible, the fire will become an open secret. Fire opal. And then hence the letter that he pinned the death threat. I think all these questions were so easy. I didn't actually have to go mind deep into it. What about zucchinis? Do they really exist? They were my achievement. Oh. Well then. I had 1, 1, 1. And then I had 3. All right, everyone. I actually did that. I did it. I guessed it. I answered all 3 questions under an hour solo, so I'm actually really proud of myself. I should thought I was going to have more of a difficult time with it, but I guess I didn't. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm actually really baffled right now, to be honest. I actually didn't think I was going to make it. But somehow I did it. So yay, go me. I made it. Under an hour, I solved all 3. And I was wrong about some things. I guess I was wrong in the fact that the blacksmith did take the money. But I was kind of hoping the blacksmith wouldn't be that bad. But, you know, he's in debt. He somehow or another incurred his father's debt. So I don't know how that happened, but I guess That's back in the day, debt passed on to family versus it being like, you know, I don't think he would have co-signed back then. I don't know what the laws were back then, but I would say like it was unfair to him. So, you know, he did what he had to do. I mean, that's, you know, that is perfectly, honestly, pretty fair, I think, in my part, the way I look at it. So, yeah. So I think that was pretty fair. So, yeah, so I was mostly excited about my first case that I saw. So, yeah, so, oh god, my brain just took a little nosedive. All right, so let's talk about the game itself. This game, I like it in the sense that if you like mysteries, that it's not gruesome. I guess that's the first thing. So it's very cozy feeling to it. It's not gruesome. You don't actually like see anything. So far it's been stolen stuff. This is, you know, promoted as a murder mystery, but I think in this case, murder mystery may be something we built up to as we go through each case. But it's one of those things that you're going in afterwards to see how it is, versus like seeing the gruesome events, I guess. And I think that's what I enjoy about this game, is that it is very cozy. It's, you know, you're trying to guess who did it. You're trying to analyze what people say. And it's, you know, it's like you're watching CSI or Criminal Minds is another one. But that one's a little gruesome. I think CSI can be gruesome. I watch more Criminal Minds than like CSI. But those are TV shows, so it's like it's a little bit different than you actually playing the game and seeing it on your screen. I don't know. I think when you watch it on a television show, it's like a lot different on a movie sometimes, because they don't show. It's, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to describe at times. But yeah, I think the game's very cozy so far. I don't know about the other cases, but everything, I like the design. The music is really good. As I keep listening to the game right now, the music in the game, I think it's actually really good. The design of the game is good as well. It was pretty simple. I do know I missed something in terms of the case achievement, but that's something I'm sure I can figure out later, and then I can actually see if it changes as well. Like, does your question change? You know, how that, because it's going to be kind of hard to replay it unless you're playing it just for the achievement, because you already know the answer. So you just got to figure out how to get to that achievement, I guess. So other than that, like, no, I think the game is pretty good. Based off of the price point, for what you get for about $4.49, it's not bad. I do like that you can play with your friends. Now, I don't know if that increases. It doesn't sound like it increases the difficulties, and I don't know if there's some randomization of who could have done it. Like, that would be cool too, so that way you can replay the case. But I'm not aware of anything like that. But it is unique that it is a online game that you can play with people over the internet. You know, most of those mystery games or escape rooms are actually done in person. And I feel like Gaming World is missing a little bit of that, because I like escape rooms. I like mysteries, but not grotesque mysteries. Just mysteries. So I will, you know, I will play something a little bit more horror-like at times, but not on this channel. I will not. So yeah, I think if you're interested in a co-op mystery game and you like the theme of the Wild West, because I do like the theme of the Wild West. I like the idea of, you know, that time era. It's very different from ours. Different rules, different everything. I mean, it's different. And you have so many cultures like just coming up together. So I think it's a very good time period to like read stories on and to do these kind of like mystery stuff, because you don't have the technology. Like, even though I happened to pick the character that did, even though I guess technically speaking, I didn't really need to know. The only thing I really found out from her kit was that there's 2 footprints. That's what I figured out. At least I was able to confirm those 2 footsteps. I guess I would play differently as well, and you can actually probably get different answers if you were playing with different characters. So I guess that would be a replay value in that. I don't think it would take you an hour depending on the questions. But no, I think this game was good. If you guys can use the same copy, I think that would even be better because you can split the cost between each other. But apparently you could join. I guess at the certain screen, you can actually join as a group. So just with one copy, and you know, that's it. I mean, you just join into the game and have fun with your friends. That's always a plus when you can play with your friends. Yeah, I think the best probably price if you want to play all the cases is to buy the deal for $20. Is it? Let me see. There is a demo, and I think you can do with the demo. And yeah, because you can get all the cases, which I have the first case for $17.45. So I get a little bit of a discount since I have the first one. But there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more you can get. In that sense, I'm not sure if it would have been better to do $12.99 for all the cases, but again, this could be something that they just add on, which is also good as well because, you know, it's a different environment gaming-wise in terms of like how much everything has gone up in price with inflation and so forth and all of that. So I don't know, like I would say if this is your genre, you know, go for it. I don't think there's anything holding you back. You can grab your friends, you can play, you can have a good night time, in the safety of your homes, of course. Or actually, in theory, you guys could, yes, all play it together because you guys would be sharing a copy. So there's also, I guess, that as well. So I approve of the game. I'm happy I got it. All 3 questions right in under an hour, even though I got some little things wrong, but I followed my gut for the questions and it worked out. So yeah, with that being said, I am done for tonight. I have 2 more games that I got keys for. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited for that. I probably won't play them until next week. One of them will be another crime mystery-based game. And the other one is one I've talked about in a previous video. So yeah, we look very forward to that video because I'm gonna go crazy. All I gotta say is like stickers, and that's it. Which I was very surprised about, but that came as a surprise later on, and I was really happy I was able to get a key for that. So I'll play that, and then I will try to make a video of all the games I played. I have played a bunch of games, just not all of them on stream. So yeah, so one is actually a really guilty pleasure. It's like so guilty pleasure. It's so bad, but it can be cozy. Probably not. I'll mention it in briefing, but I probably won't cover it in depth because it's not maybe that cozy because there are like considered casualties in the game. So that being said, I am off for tonight. And again, thank you for everyone who stopped by and watched. Thank you to everyone who is stopping by after the live gets, you know, uploaded. If you're not here live, thank you. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like the button, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe as well so you can see other times I do live streams and also my other videos. And other than that, I will see you guys. I will see all the cozy gamers, I should say, on our next cozy adventure. Good night.